Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Uh, well, spotlight, please. Okay. Um, Welcome to a kind of a special, pretty much, guys. Get the spotlight out. Thank you. Uh, Welcome to a special. Usually, I would kind of do these. So far we've seen this done on Thursdays, but I was like, well, nothing's going down on Sunday, so I might as well just throw out a Q&A out there for you guys, like a little special Q&A where pretty much you guys can ask me any question you want uh, with a limit, nothing stupid or too perverted in a sense. I'll know if a troll's in here. I got a troll sense, so I know when a troll has come into the picture. But definitely, guys, I'm here to have fun for a few hours, with you guys, hang out, and answer some questions. If you see me eating on camera, don't mind. If you get hungry, don't mind. Go get yourself a sandwich or something, but you might see me eat on camera, so it's been done before. But definitely, I'll give you guys some time to get your questions in order. Question right now, I can tell you right now, is no, I have not seen Ant-Man, so please do not spoil anything from that movie. Don't ask anything about that movie because I have not seen it yet. As always, and you guys should know me by now, I never see these movies when they first come out. That's kind of a rule with me, is never to see them on the first week or first day or something like that. I wait till it kind of cools down. Everybody should know that by now about me. But as always, guys, I apologize. Where's my manners? So I'm the Mumberman Kid, your host. Or you guys know me by many names. The Honorable Warrior, the Geek High Lord of New York. You may bow. No, never bow to me. I don't appreciate bowing to me. I'm a benevolent High Lord. I respect all my High Lords and ladies from around the globe. But other than that, guys, I'm just Chris. Just Chris is fine. So I'll give you guys some time and see where some of the what's going on. And yeah, there you go. Let's see. Keep the Okay, nothing yet. That's fine. Minus 5 stars. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Hey, what? Let's see. Okay, nothing yet. Wait, wait. Here it is. This is supposed to be. This is the 20th. It was. Oh shit. Mm, nothing yet. Nothing yet. Let me see. Let's see. Let me go check the Twitter feed. Let's see. Twitter feed. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I wish I had my phone in here, so I'm just gonna. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Probably is, and I just don't. Mm, Okay. Let's see. Aha, I got some. Here we are. Some Twitter questions. Twitter questions. Twitter from at Son of Light 85. Hey Brian, how you doing? Brian, you asked me, how are you feeling about Mr. Terrific? The whole Mr. Terrific ordeal that's coming on to Arrow for 4th season. Finally got to see, after I did my vid, you know, I got a good response from that vid that I talked about it. It was really was good to see that, nobody was really harboring over it too much in terms of me thinking that, going on, look, he's just anti. No, I wasn't. Had a good conversation with one of the viewers, and I literally told the person, I was just like, I don't hate the idea, and I made it perfectly clear. I didn't hate the idea. I was just trying to understand the logic behind it, and why would you make the character of Michael Holt, Mr. Terrific, gay for the show? And, a lot of people understood where I was coming from. They weren't hating it too much, but, there were going to be some questions, Brian, that pretty much in turn asked the situation of why they changing a prominent, once again looking at and turning them. But from hearing I seen the actor who's going to play him, I've never seen this guy before, so I can't really judge. But and I also found out that his name's not even going to be Michael. They're not even going with Michael Holt. They're not even going with Michael Holt, Mr. Terrific. They're actually going with the concept of the actor's name. He's going to be called Curtis Holt. So then after that, I'm like, okay, let me make sure I remember, what was Michael's older brother name, his mentally challenged older brother that he used to take care of. And I was like, I thought they were going to pull the Black Canary like they did in Arrow before, instead of having the real Black Canary, Dinah, who is Laurel, that's the real Black Canary. But they switched and said Sarah was the original, and then Laurel took over. I thought they were going to pull that and they were going to go with his older brother, Jeffrey, being the Mr. Terrific, then Michael would take over. But no, they're not going to do that. So now that kind of makes me wonder why they changed the name. And then I think, personally and honestly, I think because of the fact that they already are getting a lot of slack from it already. It's like, Mr. Terrific's in the show, but he's gay, but so they don't want, this is a Mr. Terrific, but that's not Michael Holt, so, that's kind of how you could look at it as well, Brian, is just, they're looking at it from that point of view. It's like, yeah, Michael, they don't want to have Michael Holt attached to Mr. Terrific. So yeah, that was one question. I know you had another question because I saw it. You had three actually. Have you heard that? Have you heard Mark Hamill wants to voice Joker again? Yeah, I just read this actually. I heard that he's interested. He's open to voice Joker for the Killing Joke animated feature. And it's kind of funny because he said he was retired from playing the Joker, but makes you wonder, like, would he be open to come back? He says he's open to come back. I wouldn't mind having him come back as a Joker, for the Killing Joke. Killing Joke, as for nobody who's never read that story, it's a classic Alan Moore story of what pretty much, as I like to call, would change Barbara's life forever. It changed her life forever in fact of, you know, her becoming, you know, she had to, now she's in a wheelchair, and now what can she do with her life? And, you know, she made a whole different, persona of her becoming Oracle and things like that, and worked out well for her. But, as you know, I wouldn't mind having Mr. Hamill come back to voice Joker. You know, there's not a lot of Joker voice actors that, you know, I can really accept, you know, as Joker. I mean, you look at the animated Jokers who's voiced, there are some good ones and there's some not so good ones, but I wouldn't mind seeing him come back maybe for again. I mean, it makes you wonder, yeah, who's gonna voice Batman? Who's gonna be Batman in that animated feature? Will it be Kevin Conroy? Will it be somebody else? Like I said, I wouldn't mind getting my second favorite Batman voice being Bruce Greenwood. So, you know, but yeah, you know, that's just one. You know, I wouldn't mind it. It's not at all. So let me look at your other question, Brian. This is at Son of Light 85. Let me make sure I'm reading this right. What fall show for next year are you looking forward to the most in terms of superhero? Superhero. Okay. Well, of course, you know, you're definitely looking forward to Flash. Of course, I'm definitely looking forward to Flash. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what Arrow's gonna turn out. You know, will this be a turnaround season for them? Because personally, I thought season 3 was really weak. But other than that, you know, iZombie, I'm looking forward to this iZombie coming back with that stellar performance for the first season and left us with that cliffhanger ending. Is great. It was great, but tragic at the same time. And, you know, it's just, you know, the fact of, you know, here her brother's in jeopardy, and it's like, okay, if we have the same blood type, we could save her, and then she doesn't do it. Oh man. But besides that, yeah, you know, I'm looking forward to Supergirl, definitely. I'm really looking forward to Supergirl and see, you know, hopefully this takes off, because I heard the panel at Comic-Con was really stellar. It was very good. Heard people really enjoyed her panel and really was looking forward to what she come. And also, congratulations to Melissa Binones. I'm probably butchering her last name. I apologize. But she just got married too, so congratulations to her in being married. So yeah, and you know, you got certain characters coming to, you know, you got Maxwell Lord is going to be on the show. You know, I think Superwoman is going to be on the show. Lucy Lane. Looking forward to what's coming for that show. Definitely. So thanks, Brian, for the questions. Let's see if there's any more questions. Well, yeah, that was pretty much it. I guess I answered that question from Nathan. Lucy Lane, yeah, about Lucy Lane coming. That's fine. I'm cool. Just let's see where they go with this. You know, I'm not against it at all. Let's definitely see where this is gonna go in terms of, you know, what they were trying to accomplish with the show. And you know, you definitely want to see, you know, them do some pretty good. Other than besides that, do I want to see her in the suit? That would be pretty cool to see that, you know, she's in that suit of hers that she was in during in the comics. It was pretty fun. I mean, I thought the suit was pretty good. You know, didn't look too bad, colorful, but enough to see. Definitely. Let me see. See, now I'm starting to get the questions. Let me let me be right back, guys. I'm just gonna grab something real quick, but I'll be right back. But keep the questions coming. Hey guys, sorry. As I said before, don't mind me, but I'll try not to eat on camera, you know, so you guys don't. But don't mind me, like I said. Uh, so if I eat, don't worry about it. Okay. Um, See, I have the windows open. I got my Twitter feed open. So I tend to get a lot of questions from Twitter as well that watch the feed from Twitter. Uh, okay. Hold on. Okay, let me see. At jump start 45 axes me on Twitter. Hello. Sorry. Hello. I've just subscribed to you, but I've also follow you on Twitter. But my question to you is, are you going to see the Suicide Squad? Am I going to see Suicide Squad? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna see it. Like I said, once again, guys, for anybody new that's jumping in, please do not ask me anything about Ant-Man because I have not seen that movie. Please don't ask me about that yet. But to answer your question, Jumpstart 45. Yes, I will. I will see Suicide Squad. Watch the trailer, and I still have not thought about if I was contemplating should I make a thought video on it or not. Would I? But then I get a lot of people saying, Chris, you should do reaction videos, like you're just watching the trailers for the first time, so we can get your immediate reaction, like like a lot of people do. And I've been thinking about doing that myself instead of just watch the video, then I do a thought video. No, I should just do it from there. But I watched the Suicide Squad trailer that finally got put up after, in my opinion, Warner Brothers got butthurt because it got leaked online, and it's just like, why don't you just put the trailers out at the same time? I understand Warner Brothers, y'all be like, well, this was for the people that came out, and but not all of us can make it out to the San Diego Comic-Con or things like that. So you make it suitable for everybody, Why not? But anyway, in the meantime, basically, yeah, I do want to see the Suicide Squad. I said it initially that Jared Leto kind of sold me on Joker, and this is why I feel that way. See, with me, you have to, as Joker, you have to make me feel very uncomfortable when I'm watching. I got that from previous Jokers. Jared Leto did that for me just in that one scene where he's just like, I'm not gonna kill you, I'm just gonna hurt you. It's just like, okay, I'm feeling uncomfortable around him just from that. Margot Robbie, yeah, who is playing Harley, she sold me as Harley in this. Who else I could say? I'm still on the cuff with Big Willie. I love me some Will Smith, but I'm still he still ain't sell me on he's he's Deadshot. And Captain Boomerang still has to sell me. I still don't understand why Katana is in this movie. I don't know why Tatsu is a part of the Suicide Squad. Rick Flag, who is played by the actor who played the new 2014 RoboCop, he had no speaking, so I can't really tell. El Diablo looks pretty cool, their version of him. The Enchantress, she scares me a little bit. Even in other movies that she's in, her eyes, when she's looking at you, it's just like, God, like, oh my God, like, she's like staring into your soul. So still and then you got to also remember, guys, is that trailer was just literally put together because they're still shooting that movie, so we really have no clue who's the main antagonist. Really, is Joker the main antagonist or is he not the main antagonist? Things like that. It also I question you know, people still are shooting fireworks on my neighborhood. It's really stupid. So you hear it, you probably hear it. The other thing is also figuring out, in my opinion, how can I put it? You know, who's gonna die? Is everybody gonna live in this, or is they really gonna live up to that notion of Suicide Squad? You know what I'm saying? So there are a couple of factors, but the trailer, I did like one thing about the trailer. It showed the team together a lot. I enjoyed that. I was like, okay. But I'm not really sold on the actor who plays. You know, I will also, I applaud them that the actor who is playing Croc, I can never pronounce his full name, so I just call him Triple A. All that makeup, that's practical. That's not CGI. It's practical. I applaud that. So yeah, but it still makes me wonder, you know, who is. And then Viola Davis, excuse me, Miss Viola Davis sold me as Amanda Waller. But thank you for the question. And I'm sorry, I'm talking with food in my mouth. I'm hungry, so. So let's see. What else do we have here? I see some more Twitter questions, but I'm gonna go back to Facebook. I mean, not to Facebook. I'm gonna go back to the YouTube feed because I saw a bunch of questions there. Or I should say I saw a couple of questions. Okay. Okay. Nathan, you asked me, do you think we'll see Adam Warlock for Avengers Infinity War? I would hope to say yeah. I mean, you just don't put that cocoon in the collector's room and not say, hey, you know, we could see that. I mean, you put Cosmo, the dog, in there. I'm like, okay. But I would love to see Adam Warlock. And Adam Warlock definitely belongs in Infinity Wars. I'm not sure if they're going to have him with an Infinity Stone because kind of that now has been given to Vision. Vision has a Infinity Stone in him. So he kind of stole Adam Warlock's gimmick in a sense. But I would still love to see Adam Warlock in this show, in the movie. Definitely. Okay. Shadow Goff, you say, hey Chris, what's up, everybody? I'm watching the anime Omega. I think I pronounced that wrong. Number 3. Good series right there. Good series. Very much indeed. Classic. Sorry. Let's see. Apologize once again. Okay. Devin, you asked me, have you been keeping up with Justice League Darkseid War? If you have, what are your thoughts on Darkseid's daughter? I don't. I stopped reading Justice League because I still have a big grudge. Me and Blue Goblin have a big grudge with DC for canceling Justice League International, and that was going on with Justice League, and in my opinion, that was the better Justice League series. Then Justice League United came out, where it's Martian Manhunter and all that. And I like that. But when Dark Side Wars started, thanks to my boy, one of my first subscribers and friends, Brandon Hex, he's been putting up his CMVs, and he showcased it up there, and I was able to read it right from there. And it's kind of interesting to see that Hal is back, you know, and it's funny because Hal is Green Lantern, but in the Green Lantern comic, he's not even called Green Lantern anymore. But interesting indeed. Jason Fabok's artwork is just fucking amazing. Just looks so great. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It looks like there's the war between Darkseid and the Anti-Monitor. So it's like, well, the new 52 version of the Anti-Monitor. So yeah, it is what it is. Next question you asked me is, I don't know if anyone's asked you this before, but here it goes. Have you ever seen these three animes? Red Phantom Zillion? Yes. M.D. Geist? Yes, have it. Virtual Buster Sergeant? No, I have not seen it. M.D. Geist is considered one of the worst animes of the 90s. Laughing out loud. I have seen that, and I don't know. It wasn't that bad to me. It was just like, it felt like a Robotech ripoff or a Gundam ripoff, or, you know, things like that. So let me move on. Let me get to the next question. Let me see. I know there's probably some more. Surprised I'm not watching Battleground. Well, in honesty, I'll watch it later. But more importantly, my internet's kind of on the fritz, so we can't really watch it too much. But watch it later. Ain't got no. Malcolm said he's gonna watch it in school. I'll watch it later, which is fine. No spoilers, please. So let me go back to some more. Let me go back to those Twitter questions I saw like a few hours ago, a couple of them. And I know, see, it looks like Tevian Smoke is watching. Dude, you can ask me questions, bro. Don't be afraid. I won't bite unless you want me to. I'll tell the ladies that. But anyway, let me get to those other questions I saw. Let me see. At Dark Geek 17 has let me make sure. Is there any new titles up on your DC site? Yes, there are. I put those up yesterday. The next week too. There are new titles up on my DC Elite site. Everybody did a fantastic job with their titles. I thought everybody was well put together. The titles are, you got Supergirl up there, Nathan Banks, his Superman is up there. 2 Robin titles, Robin the Boy Wonder and Red Robin. So we got Damian and Tim, and Green Arrow is up there, and Harley and Ivy. Now, once again, my world, DC Elite, the world takes place, is kind of post Flashpoint, just the fact that New 52 never happened. It kind of, there were some changes to the world, but mostly it's the pre-52 story. So pretty much when people were pitching and asking, I was just make sure you remember what was going on before Flashpoint happened with the characters, and pretty much people got it down pat. But as I always tell people, and like I said, I'm not writing anything. I'm just editing this stuff and, you know, putting it up. But I told them, Dark Geek, is that, you know, New 52 characters that were introduced in New 52 are allowed. You can put them in titles. You know, people forget. Like, for example, my Red Robin writer, he just threw a hint that Luke Fox is in this world, and I'm like, and you got to remember, Luke Fox was introduced in New 52 as Lucius Fox's son. In pre-52, and before the Flashpoint New 52, Lucius Fox did have 3 children. Luke wasn't one of them. He had 2 daughters and a son. The son was named Timothy, not Luke. So now, in our world, Luke has 4 children. And he just asked me a question on Facebook. He asked me a question. He's like, since he's not going to be Nightwing, since, you know, Batwing is still David Zambi, you know, in our world, and since Dick Grayson is Batman in our world, along with Bruce Wayne, Dick Grayson is the Batman of the Justice League, and Bruce Wayne's, you know, can deal with staying in Gotham and doing what he needs to do there. The question is, you know, he asks, how about making Luke Fox the new Nightwing of our world? And I'm like, okay, you know, that I may think about that. So yeah, but yeah, there's new titles up on DC Elite. You can go check it out for yourself and read week 2. Just when you go on the page, highlight the week, and it'll come up. It'll go week 1, and you highlight, and it'll go week 2 underneath it. So, I'm gonna try to keep it going in terms of the DC stuff bi-weekly, like every 2 weeks or so. So the next slew of titles will be up basically either August 1st, actually, or that week, the week of the 26th. Okay. All right. Your next question, Dark Geek, you asked me is, do you have a what is your, wait, hold on. Do you mind if I ask for your email address? Maybe because I would like to, I think about maybe writing for your site. Yeah, sure. I'll tweet you my email if anybody ever, you know, sure. If you don't have a Facebook or you don't have a Twitter and you want to get in touch with me through YouTube, yeah, you can always personal message me here, or you could, you know, I'll give you my email, my personal email address, and you could just ask. I can also give you the link to the DC Elite page, which actually has open titles, so there are titles there. I mean, I have a few writers under that still have not picked. No, they're still having trouble picking titles to write. I mean, the writer can only write 2, but they're everything. One of them is like everything looks so good. It's like I don't know what I want to write and things like that. I can tell you right now, what is off the table. Batman is off the table. Superman's off the table. Wonder Woman's gone. Aquaman's gone. Flash, Green Arrow, Supergirl, but Green Lantern is still on the table. That right there is amazing to me. Like nobody's taking Green Lantern. I think, and I gave people the synopsis too, and I would think somebody would have a field day with that. Like the fact that now Abin Sur is back alive. Like, oh, okay, but yeah, it's okay. So I'll give you my email after. Let's see. At Sid KLB. What's the KLB stand for, dude? Favorite comic animated cartoon. Oh man. That's a tough one because I've been watching animated comic cartoons since I was a little kid. I go back to the 80s with those bad boys. But if I was just to choose one, because you just said favorite, you didn't say favorites. Whatever pops in my head first, I'm just gonna think. Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. There you go. Which is true. It is one of my favorites. A series that still should be going on to this day. A series that should be what in its fourth season, I think. Yeah, it's cool. The next question is: are you going to buy the Korra comics? Yeah, I am. One in particular because of the fact that if this is to continue Korra's story after the series ended, that's cool. If they're gonna keep acknowledging Korrasami, you know, yeah, Korra is openly bisexual. It's like, hey, you know, the people behind it, that's canon. That's not just a market. It's canon. It's great. You know, cool. So I'm definitely gonna buy it. You know, it kind of is another wide reason because I regret not buying the Avatar series that came out before this one. So yeah. Your next question. I saw your tweet. This is the same guy, Dark Geek. I saw your tweet where you said, Gail Simone, I'd be lying if Gail Simone and Kelly Sue DeConnick are not two of the queens of comics. Do you still feel that way, and why? Absolutely. I made that tweet. I wasn't just making that tweet to get a rise out of Gail Simone or Kelly Sue DeConnick, two ladies in comics, in the comic industry that I do follow and love. I truly believe that. You know, these two ladies have taken the what is it? Let's face it, a male-dominant industry, and turned it upside down and showcased, hey, we could do it too. And I'm not saying that there are not others in that list, but to me, those two stand out definitely. Those two stand out definitely as two of the queens of comics. Gail Simone is a sweetheart. In my opinion, she is somebody that I love talking to on Twitter, even if I don't get a comment from her. But most of the times, odds out of 10 out of 10, I'm going to get a comment from her, you know, maybe later in the day or something like that. You know, I am going to get a comment from her. I'm just, you know, and, you know, it's fine. But, you know, Gail, you know, this is a woman who's actually, no, I did not expect it, but wished me a happy birthday. I was like, whoa, how'd you know my birthday? Like that was one of the greatest birthday presents I ever got. Like one of my favorite writers wishing me a happy birthday. That I will always remember that. Kelly Sue, just a sweetheart. Like I talked to her and I'm very honest with her. I'm just, you know, like I remember one time I had just read what was it I read from her? I think she was her first run of Ms. Marvel, and I said, I like the series. I like the series, Ms. D, but I can't. The artwork just really bothers me on it. And she laughed about it, but she knew where I was coming from with that. But I always tell her, you know, I'm always wishing her, you know, like, you know, hope you and your family has a happy wherever. It's fine. I've been honest to her. I've been, you know, like I'll tell her, like, look, I don't hate your husband's writing. You know, I just feel that you're better than him. I made that. I was like, you're better than him. I've said it to him. To me, his best work was Iron Man. You know, she appreciated my honesty. I was just being honest. But there are other females that I feel that belong in that list. Margaret Liu, I think she's a great writer. She belongs up there. Marguerite Bennett. Amanda Connor, she can write too. She's pretty good. Um, um, G. Willow Wilson is a pretty good writer as well. She writes pretty good too. So it is, but Gail and Kelly Sue definitely up there. Is the food good? Yeah, it's actually good. Sorry. But yeah, it's good. Let me see. Let's see what we have here. At Princess of Geeks. Hey, Serena, how you doing? Um, on my Twitter feed. Okay, you're on Twitter watching this. All right. Um, question you asked me is, how do you feel about what? How are you still iffy about Jesse Eisenberg as Lex? That has not changed. My unwariness of him as Lex still not changed. After watching the trailer of Superman and Batman, the Dawn of Justice, it still has not changed with me and Eisenberg. I looked at him and I laughed. You know, it's just like, you know, it's just, and when, you know, his quotes, you know, I'm just like, Okay, and he doesn't. He's still not doing anything for me, but you know, I'm still, you know, you wait to see what's going to happen. Maybe it'll impress me even more. Maybe that'll change. You know, maybe it will, maybe it won't. But he still didn't sell me on that trailer. And then what he said, he said some remarks about Comic-Con. He tried to take it back, but you know, stuff like that, you know, it's just like, what are you doing? And me and my brother and a couple of my friends, we were making fun of it. We're like, you're in a comic book movie. What do you expect? It's funny. But yeah, Serena, that's about it. All right. You asked me question, Serena. You keep going. Ask Princess of Geeks. Ask me on Twitter once again. Now that I have tattoos, I have some ink on me. I can understand your saying of you want more. Do you still feel that way? Absolutely. It has not changed. I do plan to get more tats on my. I think I'm gonna fill up my arm, one arm, and fill up my other arm. Like I said, I'm gonna keep true to what I said. My left arm will be for all my loved ones that have passed away or so. So this will be like a memorial arm. My right arm is about me. It will be about me. Everything I like, what I stand for, and things like that. It's kind of funny because I was watching a vid, and even before that, you know, I was watching a vid, I think a Mass Effect vid, and then I turned to Malcolm and I said to him, I was like, you know, I even thought about that too for a tattoo, getting the N7 on me, like tatted on me. You know, like that's just me being a fan of Mass Effect. Like I was thinking about getting it on my chest, like on one of my chests, one of my pecs, N7, like, or get it on the back of my shoulder blade, like N7. You know, like somebody says, okay, what does that mean? And I'm like, oh, it's from Mass Effect. But I think the next tattoo for me, Serena, is still going to be my yin and yang tattoo. Definitely, it's something that I big into. A lot of people have it, but still, it's a very cool. Still, you know, you believe in yin and yang. You believe in the fact that we all have a balance. It's of light and dark. It's cool. And I've always been that way. So it's about balance. Other tattoos I've thought about getting is actually on my arms, like in my forearms. Get on one arm, big letters fair, and on my other arm, play. So I have fair play like Mr. Terrific. I even thought about getting my knuckles done, you know, having some words that inspire me. Even thought about getting the King of Hearts on my arm so I can be like Domo Kashu. So there's been a lot of plans of what's next, tattoos to get next. And then, of course, still want to get that big back tattoo, that Spider-Man on my back. You know, hasn't changed. Because I saw your tweets, Serena. I seen your tweets, and I saw your tats. I like the rose on your. I think that was your left arm that you had. Nice roses on your left, and then on your other arm, before it had like, I guess it's like a circle pendulum or something, and inside, or a vine, and inside of it, it's got the word inspire. I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. And you know, you got that when you were out in San Diego, you know. So yeah, definitely. So yeah, thanks, Serena. Keep them coming, guys. Keep the questions coming. I am in no mood of quitting now. Let me go back to. I got plenty of Twitter questions. I'm looking for a Facebook. I mean, not Facebook. Looking for YouTube questions because that's the questions that I'm kind of. The Twitters are gonna stay, but it's kind of hard sometimes because sometimes your questions go to being spam and sometimes they don't. I'm just like, yeah, okay. Let me see. Oop, see, here we go. Young J-Way, you say, okay. Are you hoping that, like I am, for a Black Panther solo? I hope for, you know what? I'm not even going to answer that because it's like, you know, it's not even Panther I'm really looking, now even looking forward to now. I want to know, where's Luke? Where's Danny? We haven't seen, for all new Marvel, we haven't seen where those guys are. Where are they? Where are they? And still, they're still, they said they're over 60. So far, they have announced there's some more all new titles. They're bringing back Squirrel Girl, which is great. Squirrel Girl is just fun series. And we're going to get a Blade series. Finally, Blade's coming back, and he's going to be with his daughter, his long-lost daughter, who his name is Fallon Gray, and she's from Oregon. I'm like, whoa, okay, so Blade's gonna be out west now. He's gonna be in the northwest, and she's gonna be helping Daddy. So I even put it hashtag Daddy's Little Slayer. I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. But you know, the thing is, we're gonna see Panther, so it's like he's here. At least he's here. He's there. Luke is not. Danny's not. Those characters aren't. We haven't seen them yet. Unless they're gonna make Luke and Danny and maybe Jessica Jones and maybe some other characters the new Defenders. Okay, but still, I want to know what's up with Luke and Danny more than T'Challa because he's there. He's already there. He's in a book. Okay, he's there. So yeah. That may sound a little bit harsh to everybody, but I am a fan of Black Panther, but at least he in a book. He has a book, okay? Some characters don't. And with all due respect, it's like, why are we even like saying, hoping for, because we all know Marvel, they like to literally promote their stuff along with movies, and odds are he's gonna get a title before his movie comes out. So yeah, there you go. The next question, Jay, is what do you want to see from the Aquaman movie? Do you want to see origins told, or more like flashbacks? Hector Navarro, Dan Azazel from Superhero News hit it right on the money with that. Aquaman's movie needs to be an origin movie because not too many people know Aquaman's origin. It has to be an origin movie. It has to be. Nobody knows what this guy, we're going to see him make a cameo, I guess, but still, we got to know what's his story. Where did he come from? And being that he's going to be played by Jason Momoa, who is Hawaiian, I believe. Yeah, he's Hawaiian, Polynesian. So my guess is instead of being, from the Northeast, Michigan, Maine, they're going to have him be a Hawaiian, probably a half Hawaiian and half Polynesian and half Atlantean. So we're gonna need to see his origin, and because you bring up Aquaman to the average just audience, they probably wouldn't know who he is. Oh, they'll just say, oh, that's that guy that talks to the fish, right? You need to give an origin for him. People like Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, people like that, we don't need to see their origins anymore. It's embedded in our heads. But Aquaman's needed. Maybe and even they even brought up the Flash too. It's like maybe the Flash for the movie. I still am weary about the Flash movie. It's like, I don't know. And the fact that it's Barry Allen is just like, why don't you like the last two Blade movies? I like Blade 2. I like Blade 2. I don't like the last one. The last one just was completely, I don't even want to say rushed. Just felt like, I don't know what they were going for with that, because Dominic Purcell, who played Dracula in that, I was just like, that's Dracula? Like, come on. Even if y'all were going to do the warrior-like Dracula, you still should have kept him kind of true to how Marvel Comics got him now. He's got like the battle armor and stuff like that, but he's still Dracula, you know. But the second movie I enjoyed. I never said I hated the second movie. Always liked the first two Blade movies. I don't know how many we get, but do you want Blade on Netflix or the big screen for the next movie? And would you want Wesley to come back? I think that's what we take the mantle. If you haven't heard this, actually, at Comic-Con, Wesley was promoting a new series, but he has been in talks with Marvel for Blade. So in an instant, we may actually see him reprise his role as Blade. And would I be against it? No, because honestly, that rumor of Orlando Jones playing Blade was just a rumor, and I can't believe anybody who believed that thought it was true, because it's not. You know, I think a lot of people thought it was true because he's not returning back to Sleepy Hollow, but it's not true, because it would have said it in any of like certain things, but no, it's not true. So I wouldn't mind, but as a Netflix series, would he work as a Netflix series? I take it, especially they want to go more the darker route with Blade. The Netflix still being in the Marvel universe, but still, once again, I had this conversation with this guy before about it, and I was like, yeah, and I was like, but Blade really should be reintroduced or introduced to the Marvel Cinematic Universe after Doctor Strange, because of the fact he opens the door for supernatural stuff. And he's like, how? And then he got really, he's like, no, because vampires are not supernatural. And I'm like, and I looked at the guy, I'm like, well, so what do you consider vampires? What do you consider them? And he's like scientific, you know, science and based. I'm like, wait, where does the science come in? You know, the mythos of a vampire has always been about myth and, you know, supernatural based stuff. You know, never been about, unless they go around making it that vampires in the Marvel Cinematic Universe are man-made, they're still, I would rather them be in supernatural. That's just me, personally. So for me, I want to see Blade back. Wouldn't mind seeing Wesley. I mean, how old is Wesley Snipes? He's what, in his 50s? So why not have a older Blade? You know, like Blade, he's older. You know, he's not. You know, but you know, Blade ages very slow. But you know, he's seasoned. You know, But it is what it is. I wouldn't mind. So going back, as a fellow fighting game, this is from Shadow God. As a fellow fighting game, fan of fighting games, would you like to see a new Samurai Showdown game, a new Art of Fighting game, another Fatal Fury game, a new Metal Slug game, and a new King of Fighters game from SNK? Well, Metal Slug is more like Contra. Wouldn't mind seeing a Metal Slug. New Fatal Fury, yes. New King of Fighters, yes. Yes. I would love to see SNK come back with some new stuff. They seem to keep bringing out King of Fighters, but they forgetting all the other fighting games that are underneath. The King, SNK kind of reminds me a little bit of Capcom. It's like you're forgetting all these other fighting games that you have underneath your mantle. Don't get me wrong. I am looking forward to Street Fighter V. I can't wait to that game, and that is one of the main reasons I am getting a PS4, because that's exclusive to PS4. I will applaud Sony for getting the exclusive rights to Street Fighter. I'll applaud that. I'm like, all right, that's a big franchise. Say what you want, but that's a big franchise. And I think what also is going to be cool, from what I hear, is Street Fighter won't have like downloadable content in terms of you have to buy downloadable packs to get new fighters. It's more of you earn them through playing the game. So I'm like, oh, that's different. That's new. I'm like, whoa, okay. But yeah, I definitely, Devin, I want to see a new Fatal Fury game. I want to play with the Bogard brothers and Rock Howard and Joe Higashi and Mai and Duck King and people like that. Yeah. All right. Here are my last questions for you. Would you like to see another Shinobi game for the next? I don't know if I want to answer this, because somebody asked me this for my next theme Q&A so I'm not gonna answer this. Somebody asked that exact question for Shinobi, so I'm gonna not answer that one. Do you think Tecmo is done with Ninja Gaiden franchise? Or I know they're probably taking their time developing a name, but we haven't heard anything lately. Nah, they're not done. They're gonna bring out a new game, definitely. Have you read the Undertaker's comic from Chaos Comics? If you have, what other wrestlers do you think could work in comic book from the past or present? I've read some WWE comics from the past. I've read China's comic. I think Ultimate Warrior should have had a comic. The current WWE comic, Mick Foley actually writes that. But I don't read too much of it. Adrian Neville should have a comic. Just the man who defies gravity, because they're playing him up now like an average. Rey Mysterio should have had a comic before he left. There's a couple of people. What are your thoughts on Olivia Munn as Psylocke, and your thoughts on their costume? Psylocke is one of my favorite X-Men females, and second favorite female Marvel character. I was introduced to her after Gamora back in the 90s. Later, bro. God bless. Okay, Olivia Munn, spot on as Elizabeth Betsy Braddock, aka Psylocke. As you all know, Psylocke is, yes, one of my favorite X-women. Love me some Betsy. And it's kind of hard for me to say that she isn't going to be, my love for the character is not helping me enough to buy Uncanny X-Men, what she's going to be in. Because I just don't like Land's artwork, and I'm not paying for a book that man is in. No more. I will not. I refuse to by anything that man draws. But Olivia Munn looks great as Psylocke. Spot on. I don't know why people complain about them being in costumes. I think my brother actually said somewhere he read somebody said they're looking too comic bookish. I'm like, it's about damn time we see them in their uniforms, in their traditional X uniforms. You know, I was tired of the basic black, and then finally, then we do First Class, and they started to pay a little bit of homage to the original X-Men costumes. But then it's just like, no, come on, let's get the real costumes then. Let's get the real stuff now. Stop the basic black. You look like a Black Ops or a tactical squadron. No, let's go to the real colorful costumes that these characters are supposed to have. Why not? So I'm fine with it. So yes, indeed. Let's move on to some more questions. I know there's some more. I gotta go back to those Twitter questions. I see them. I'm looking right at them. But I'm gonna get to these. Let's. Okay. Oh crap! All right, man. People are. I can't. All right. Newest first, please. Okay. Okay. Comic Book Bros. Earl, what's up, dude? Sub Chris, to your opinion, why do you think Ava DuVernay, I know I'm butchering her, Verneri backed out of Black Panther film? From what I hear, it definitely was her vision versus Marvel's vision of Panther, and they just couldn't see eye to eye with it. And that's kind of what I figure why she backed out of it. I said that when she backed out, I even said it before she even came out and said it. And I was like, it probably was creative difficult differences. You know, they have their way of doing things, and sometimes, it is what it is. I would have loved to see what her vision of Panther was going to be like. What was she going to do differently for Wakanda, and the whole mythos of the Black Panther and everything like that. But it is what it is. You just got to find somebody else that and does it have to be female? Does this person have to be female? No. Does this person have to be African American? No, it doesn't. And I made that perfectly clear one time before to put somebody. I had to put somebody in check on Facebook because people were claiming that I was too high. That basically I was going on the fact that the Black Panther movie needs to be done by a director who is African American. Bullshit. No, that does not have to be the case, because I made sure I put in the context and literally put this. I was like, you want me to go down the list of directors who were not African American, who directed award-winning movies that was showcased African Americans? You want me to go? I mean, so I went down a list, and people praised me for it. It's like, hey, Chris is right. He was, like, and I didn't want to do it, but I'm like, I'm tired of kind of getting looked at as like you're just being you just want to see an African American direct an African American character. It would be nice, but is it a must? No, it's not a must. It's not a must. All I care about is for the director to really look at the character, respect the mythos of the character, as well as the source material. And that's how, once again, comic superhero news broke it down once again, especially with Warner Brothers now. they are really starting. I think Warner Brothers now are really starting to get the understanding of the source material of these characters is a big plus to get a real comic book movie in terms of featuring a very well done comic movie. So, but once again, Marvel Studios, they have not really let us down in terms of picking directors and finding somebody who's going to be a good writer. You know, they haven't disappointed me yet. So, yeah. But, you know, it is sad to see that she's not going to be. I still, it would have been cool to see her direct, because I think, honestly, she would have been the first female director. She would have been the first female director for Marvel Studios and for Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, yeah, that would be cool. Yes, indeed. All right, let me move on. Your next question. Any thoughts on the tease skimmish with Steve and Sam Wilson on the cover of, I don't know if that was really them, like there's a schemish, like they have some kind of problem with each other. The way I look at that cover, I'm like, don't read into that too much. Don't read into, it's just that this is just the paths they've taken now. Because I don't see anywhere where Steve would have his problem with Sam. They're too much respect for them to have some kind of problem with each other now. Please give your opinion on the thoughts of the Milestone Media's return, Earth M, as it's called. So Earth M, as DC's been doing now, they're gonna do they're doing like they're really capitalizing now on the multiverses again, which is fun. I do, and the Milestone heroes are now going to be in their own Earth, not with the DC heroes anymore. Their own Earth called Earth M. So I guess M stands for Milestone. And as of right now, they're going to be doing a lot of graphic novels and stuff like that, and that's cool. From what I heard and from his tweet, what is his name? Reginald Hullen is working on the script for Static. So it seems like he's going to be writing Static now. All right, let's see where you go with this. You know, they just don't make Static how they did Static in the New 52, because I hated that Static. I was just like, oh my God, why is he coming off too street, and why y'all think y'all got to make him like some thug, like, ghetto and stuff? I'm like, yeah, that was so stupid. I was like, you don't get the concept of Static. I was like, you're not getting it. And this is somebody who I think was a co-writer or actually co-creator of Static. I'm like, why is he acting like this now? You know, it's like Mr. McDuffie, God rest his soul, has gone on record to say Static was his version of Spider-Man. Straight off of Spider-Man. Why not? He's like, if you think of Peter Parker, you can also think of Virgil Hawkins in that category. He's right. That's pretty much what Static was. An homage to Spider-Man. Just he different powers, different creed, but same thing. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to it, because I'm looking forward to seeing, we're gonna, seeing Icon again, and Rocket, Hardware, who else? The Cabinet, the Blood Syndicate. Oh man, there's so much. Yeah, there's a lot. Do you think Lupita, I always pronounce her Yogo, to play Shuri? Yeah, I would love to see her play Shuri. She would probably make the perfect casting for Shuri, and I think Marvel knows that, and I think that's why we haven't heard who's going to play his sister. But I don't think I think it would be great for her, but then once again you got to look at Marvel's track record is that they try to find actors and actresses that are not as known, not too well known, and make something from them. I mean, let's face it. Chris Pratt. I was talking to my friend Kyle last night about this. And we were talking about it, and I was just like, and we were just talking about how humble Chris Pratt is, and he's just seems like he's a real nice guy and everything. And look, Parks and Recreation may have given him his first pull and everything, but it is Guardians of the Galaxy that really put his stardom up. And now look at him in Jurassic World, and he's going to do more of that, things like that. Marvel seems that's how Marvel they also, you see how what Marvel does with the actors that they get for their characters. Well, some of them. Look at what happened when Chris Hemsworth got casted as Thor. After that, you just started seeing Chris Hemsworth other series, other movies. So they work well hand in hand. So I wouldn't be surprised if they don't cast her, but if they don't cast her as Shuri, I hope they get an actor that can still pull off that role and do Shuri justice, because she's talented. She is a talent. Lupita is very talented, but we'll just have to see. Young Jay, what you say? SummerSlam is gonna be good. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. Hopefully it is. John Netherton, hey. Being that you are a big Jason Bourne fan, Sam, did you like the Bourne Legacy movie? I liked it, but I had a problem with it because I didn't have Bourne in it. I am reading the book now, and it's much better. John, I will say this to you, because I understand where you're coming from. When it was said that Matt Damon will not come back as Jason Bourne because he would only do Jason Bourne if the same director he was working with, and then they casted oh my God, what is his name? Oh my God, I'm forgetting his name. Well, Hawkeye. I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. Renner, Jeremy Renner. Jeremy Renner as the new character. I was like, okay, that's cool. All right, you got a new guy. This in the books, Jason is still the main protagonist. But in this world, they're saying that this took place somewhere in between Bourne. So he was already there. And I was like, okay. My problem with the movie in general was that it stayed at a steady, slow pace. The tempo didn't go up. It just stayed at a pace and if there was action, it stayed like that. Nothing real. It's just, and then there was that chase scene at the final scene with the chase, and I was just like, oh my God, really? But I didn't hate it. It could have been better. Definitely could have been better. And yeah. But I'm glad that Matt Damon is coming back for Jason. So yeah, I'm very happy about that. Let me see. Let's see. What else we got here?
That final scene with the chase, and I was just like, oh my god, like, really?
Let's see what else we got here. All right, while I'm waiting for this thing to load up, let's go back to the Twitter question. I got a couple of them once again. Dark Geek once again asked me. Dark Geek asks me, thoughts on Transformers new animated digital series. Did a video on that, talked about it. I talked about the Machinima and Hasbro are coming together, and they're going to make a series that's involved the Combiner Wars. So it's gonna mostly be about the Transformers that are combiners. You know, the combiners like Devastator and all those characters that can transform into a bigger robot. But it's going to be more homage to my generation who grew up with the Transformers, a little bit more mature on the side, and not kind of for this generation of Transformers fans, you know, or just Transformers fans from the movies and stuff like that, you know. But I'm looking forward to it, definitely. Very much indeed. Your next question, Dark Geek, is how happy were you about the crossovers that are coming out? Absolutely. I was freaking, oh my God. You can only imagine when I heard these crossovers that are coming out, how my heart just started pounding. Just the inner geek in me came out even more. You know, I showcase my inner geek on camera all the time, and you know, people know that's what I am. And to see Street Fighter, G.I. Joe coming together, what? Ninja Turtles and Batman coming together, what? And the fact of the matter is, the Ninja Turtles and Batman miniseries crossover, we're getting that this November. Next year will be the G.I. Joe and Street Fighter crossover, but I'm looking forward to both of them. But yeah, it's going to be interesting seeing Cobra versus Shadow Law. You know, it's like I said before, I said it funny. It's like Cobra Commander versus Bison. Like, that's going to be an interesting take. How the hell Cobra Commander going to deal with M. Bison? You see what I'm going at with that, geek? No question about it. Definitely. But definitely, I think more important, I'm looking forward to seeing how the Turtles and Batman are going to get together. Will the Turtles meet the other Bat family? You know, everybody like that. So, yeah, God, that just blew my mind away when hearing that. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, that's cool. Question. There's another one from Dark Geek. It would seem that another character is coming into Flash, Atom Smasher. Not too familiar with him, and I'm not too familiar with the guy playing him. Are you familiar with him? Absolutely. Yes, I am. I'm very familiar with Atom Smasher. I'm also very familiar for the guy who's playing him. So let me start with the actor playing him. Yeah, the guy who's playing Atom Smasher is a former wrestler, former WWE wrestler. His name is Adam Copeland, but his ring name was Edge. He's held the title over 10 times. Over 10 times. He was the rated R superstar, as he called. He was in the biz of wrestling. He's a heel. He's the bad guy. That's what you call. In wrestling, you call bad guys heels. You call good guys baby faces. he played that role very well. He did some things that you was just like, motherfucker, but I'm happy for Edge, because of the fact that he can't be back in the ring. I wish he could be back in the ring, but he can't because injuries caught up with him, and just if he did anything wrong, he could walk again. But I'm glad to see that he's found a niche with acting, and I don't watch Haven, but I hear he's really good on that show. But him being Atom Smasher is cool, and I seen a picture of. I'm like, they even got the costume down pretty good. I was like, all right, And the thing is, but there's going to be a difference with Atom Smasher from comic to small DC series. In the comics, Atom Smasher is a good guy. In the Flash series, which he's going to appear in this season coming up, he's going to be a villain. But Atom Smasher, for you don't know, once again, let me give you a little bit of, a little rundown of who Atom Smasher is. He is the grandson of the original Atom, not Ray Palmer. That's the thing about DC. There's a lot of legacy characters. The Atom, it has a legacy, just like the Flash, Green Lantern, people like that. He's the grandson of the original Atom, Al Pratt, and he always wanted to be a hero. He grew up with the JSA. He grew up around them, and his grandfather always taught him right from wrong and things like that. When he first got into the superhero game, he wasn't called Atom Smasher. He was called Necrolon. And the thing about Atom Smasher is you've probably seen him before. You just probably didn't know that was him. If you watch Justice League Unlimited and everything like that, you probably saw this big guy in red. He had red and blue mask. That's Atom Smasher. He can grow in size, and he's super strong. That's Atom Smasher. That's him. And they do say he's going to be able to grow. So, all right, how big is we going to see Atom Smasher? But definitely. This looks good. I'm looking forward to seeing what Mr. Copeland Edge can bring to the table as this version of Atom Smasher, and how much trouble he's going to give Barry. Because if anything, you're like, oh, but Barry can move fast. But look at when he fought Grodd. He barely could do anything to Grodd. And the way they are describing it, that's kind of how Atom Smasher is going to come off. It's like he's going to be a human version of Grodd, where he's pretty much nearly invulnerable and invincible. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's another, again, thank you for those questions, Dark Geek. Let's see what else we got here. Megan, am I saying it? At Megan McGanster 17. I'm probably butchering. I apologize that. But let me get into your question. Have you seen? Wait, let me make sure do you watch Avengers Assemble? No, I don't watch that. No, don't watch that. I watched a few episodes in the beginning. In the beginning, I was watching, and then there was the episode with the Hyperion, and I thought that was pretty good. But I just fell off of that series. I was just like, I can't watch this. It's just jumbled. It bothers me because it's supposed to be a direct sequel to Avengers Earth's Mightiest Hero, which is clearly it's not. And it's just to the point I'm just like, okay, I'm done with this. I can't watch that. But so it is what it is. And your next question is, are you going to watch the Guardians of the Galaxy cartoon? Absolutely. Yeah, that I'm actually going to watch, because from hearing what they're going to do, they're pulling off the same route they went with Earth's Mightiest Heroes, where they had those shorts of getting to know the characters first. All right, now you got me interested on that one. Like, each day is going to be an introduction of who the characters are. Peter Quill, Gamora, Drax, Groot, and Rocket. Okay, fine. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to seeing that one. But, you know, it is when it comes, I'll give my thoughts on it. And things like, if a trailer comes out, they show it, I may do a first reaction trailer. Yes, I'm going to start doing first reaction trailers, right? So you'll get my reaction, bam, right there. Like I said, hopefully, you know. But, yeah, definitely. And I think there's one more. I don't see any more after I saw one more. Let me go down. Whoa. All right, let's see. Mimi, Schwed. I hope I'm Swed or Schwed. SCHWEID. I hope I'm saying your name right. Mina. Oh, Mina Schwed. Okay, sorry. Who is your favorite comic heroine of all time? Or female? Okay, favorite comic female of all time. Before anybody else. Rogue. Love me some Rogue. She comes before everybody else in comic. So she comes before Wonder Woman, Carol, Jean, Storm, She-Hulk, Psylocke. I can go on and on of my favorite female characters, but she comes before all. Love Rogue. And it's sad that the only place I can find Rogue is in Avengers. You know, she's not even associated now with the X-Men anymore. I wonder why that is. Why is she not associated with the X-Men anymore? That's a bummer to me. So that's all the Twitter questions, like I said, because this vid goes on Twitter too, so some people comment from there. So what do you think is going with Gambit being met? Actually, that is false, Jay. That's not Gambit. That is not Gambit. For all those people out there that seen that picture and you're seeing Daredevil and you see a guy with a staff, that's not Gambit. His name is Chun. He's an Asian character. It's a new character that's going to be Matt's apprentice because he comes back to Hell's Kitchen, and somehow Matt has been able to get his license to practice law again in New York. You know, because now he's going to be a district attorney. So we're going to see him working probably closely with the NYPD now, you know, and things like that. That's what he is, a district attorney now, so he's going to be that way. But it's going to be, he's an apprentice. That's not Gambit. It's not Gambit for all those who are thinking that. Not Gambit. Not Gambit, people. Because I would have thought that was stupid. The way when I really got down to it after a while, I really thought, I'm like, that's stupid. Like, why is Gambit Daredevil's apprentice? Gambit and Daredevil never really crossed paths too much. And why? Why would he? Because Gambit is actually, he leads the Guild of Thieves now. He took that over now. That's what he told Storm. He's like, I lead them now. I don't want to, but I need to. So let's see. MJ, where you say, oh no, damn it. Sorry, because I was watching Battleground. Oh man, I got a big grin on my face. No spoilers, please. No spoilers, Danny, please. No spoilers. Anyway, Young Joey, you say, would you like a Mr. Terrific solo from DC? I like the first three of the four issues in the beginning of it. Would you like? Who would you like to write the title? I thought it would be cool for Mr. Terrific to have a solo series. When they first started the New 52, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Mr. Terrific get his own top. And I started reading that, and I was just like, there you go. That's how I was. I was like, I would review it, and you could just clearly see on my face when I would review it, like I was not enjoying it anymore. It was almost to the point like, why am I wasting my money on this? So when it got canceled, I was a little shocked, but I was not really, because I'm like, yeah, they tried to build up a rogues gallery for Mr. Terrific, but it wasn't working. It seems to me Mr. Terrific works better with a team. He works better with the JSA. Old school Mr. Terrific. That's my Mr. Terrific. But if they wanted to, I don't even want them to try it again anyway, but if I was to give anybody a chance, a writer a chance, who I think would probably do a good job of building Mr. Terrific up better, building him up, I would say call it like it is, but got to give it to him. But I think Jeff Johns could probably do it. I'm going to put it out there. Yes, I think Jeff Johns could put Mr. Terrific over in a good way. I mean, look at what he did for Aquaman. Even though I was always loving Aquaman, even before that, but you gotta admit, he made Aquaman so much more, and then people really aren't laughing at this guy anymore. Like, he's not. Oh yeah, okay. There you go. John Evans, he says, in your opinion, what are the chances that Hitman 47 will be good? I hope it is, because I hate the first movie. This one seems to play a little bit more off of the last game, Absolution, where the actor who played him talked about it. He said he played all the games, including up to Absolution, to really get the character down more. But the more I'm looking at it, the more I look at it, the more I actually want it to work, and I actually want to see it, because we're actually going to get, like, I guess, our first hit woman. Like, the female in there, she's actually just like Agent 47. The last trailer explained it. Like, we kind of got that Zachary Quinto. His character is not what it appeared in the first trailer. He's not. That's not. He pulled the. He's actually like the villain in that. So it's. He's kind of a villain, but Agent 47 is still kind of the anti-hero. But I actually wanted to see. I think this could be good. This one, but still, of course, in the back of your head, it's just like video games and movies. They still don't. They have not found this perfect mesh with each other, like the comics have. Comics and the movies now, they just, bam, the video games characters and movies, it's like, come on, get it, no, and stuff like that. So they don't come together. And somebody will bring out, but the Resident Evil movies are, but it's like, yeah, but they take aspects of the Resident Evil franchise, but then they go in their own direction with it, and that seems to work well. But what I hear from a lot of fans is, which I gotta admit is kind of true, is that they don't play up more to the source material. And the one thing I always hear is that they're tired of Wes Anderson, making his wife look. I mean, he showcases, Mila I love Mila Djokovic, but you gotta admit, in all the movies, she is far superior to any of the core Resident Evil cast. She's better than Jill. She's better than Chris. She's better than Ada. She's better than Chris. She's better than Leon. She's better than Claire. You know, it's just like, man. And that's not the first movie that Wes Anderson has directed that he showcases his wife being better than the main. It's just like, dude, we know that's your wife, but come on, like, much as I love her, it's just like, you know, come on, you know. So yeah, I'm hoping it's good because I didn't necessarily. I mean, watching the first movie, yeah, that's it. It was just like, I mean, Timothy Olyphant did what he could, but honestly, it was just like, yeah, no, this is not working. Bees 17. If the X-Men are getting, if the X-Men end up getting the Spider-Man treatment down the line and end up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, what line of the mutants would you want to see first? The original 5. There you go. The original 5 or the original 5. Hank, Scott, Jean, Bobby, Warren. And you can throw in maybe Havoc and Lorna, Polaris. Let's see. Next question is Sin Quan. Now I'm seeing a bunch of questions come up. Sin Quan, can you ask me something? What's my okay? Have you heard of Tyrone Magnus? If not, you should check him out. He's a cool dude. Yes, I have. I know who he is. Very. Have you seen the Daredevil bootleg trailer? No spoilers. I have not seen it, but I heard it was amazing. It felt like true Deadpool. And you know, Ryan Reynolds has said he wants to put the trailer out, but he just can't. You know, it's just he. Have you? I'm learning more of more of a rumor on this one, but I heard an anime version of the SWAT Cats was coming. Did you hear anything about that? No, I have not. They want to do an anime version of the SWAT Cats. Ooh, okay. I'd dig it. Were you aware that the new Dragon Ball series had started called Dragon Ball Super? Yeah. Why would you ask me that question? Of course you know I know that. Haven't watched it yet, but yeah. I don't watch what? Wait, whoa! You don't watch Flash? You don't watch Flash, Danny? Like you should. That is a great series. Great series. But Edge, I didn't know Edge is gonna play Adam Smasher. Yeah, he's gonna play Adam Smasher on there. Yeah. You need to watch the first season. Good series. If you have Hulu, go watch the first season. It's on Hulu. Check it out. All right. Let me load this up again real quick. Because I saw some new questions. Let me see. Let's see what time. Got a few. I'll keep it going, dude. Just keep it going. Okay. Okay. Andre is here. Hey, Andre. All right, let me get this question out of the way. I'm not okay. Slow pro cons. Married or engaged yet? No, I'm not married. Or not married. So no, I'm not. Nor or I'm not engaged. No. Uh, no, no. There you go. Do I want to get married? Yeah. Do I want kids? Yes. Just trying to find the right girl, you know, for all that. Okay. So let's see. Hey, here are my questions, Chris. What are your thoughts on the Ant-Man character as a whole? I've always loved Ant-Man. Okay. What's the show about? It's a Q&A. It's a Q&A, dude. Just ask me various questions. That's all. I've always loved Ant-Man. Hank, Scott, not the biggest Eric O'Grady fan. He was the last Ant-Man, but I love Cassie Lang, Stature. But yeah, I'm not the biggest Eric O'Grady. He's kind of the renegade, but I've always been a fan of size manipulation characters. I like characters that can grow in size, like get big or small and things like that. I've always thought that was really cool for Ant-Man. Here is a guy who, you know, you say Ant-Man and people just look at it like, Ant-Man, what can he do? Is he an ant? He's a real ant? Is he a knockoff of Spider-Man? You know, what can he do? And you're just like, oh, he could talk to ants. And it's just like, so? You know, but there's so much more to him. It's just like, he's a founding member of the Avengers. He's probably he's up there as probably one of the top smartest individuals in the Marvel Universe. Hank Pym, definitely. But a lot of people hold it on, especially with Hank, they hold it on him because of what he did to Janet one time. And then comes Millar and Fat Joe Quesada, and they go and take that to the extreme in the Ultimates, where Hank just abuses Janet. And not only does he abuse, he grows in size, and then he's hitting her. It's like, what the hell? Stuff like that just pisses me off. It's like, but I enjoy it. People can't let that go. But I've always enjoyed Ant-Man. And the fact is, like, I love the fact that when he hits you, it's not like a little love tap. He hits you. It's like a full-grown man has hit you. It plays up that whole aspect of once, you know, the whole thing of ants. You know, they can lift more than 10 times their size, and you know, so they added that, and you know, Stan Lee. It's like you can't go wrong with something Stan Lee had created. You know, he helped create, and you know, it's like all I say is thank you, Mr. Lee. That's all. Your next question, what's your thoughts on the new Ultimates from Marvel? I am so looking forward to that title. I'm like, oh my God, look at this lineup. I'm like, the biggest one off the bat for me is, what the hell is the Big G doing there? I'm like, what does Galactus need help? Or but the lineup itself is hardcore. You got powerhouses on that team. Ms. America Chavez. You have Captain Marvel, Spectrum, Blue Marvel, Black Panther. It's like, oh my God, like, this is a lineup that's just crazy. Like, Al Ewing is going to have fun with that. I know it. Next up, do you know who's going to be the new Hulk in the new line? Yeah, it's obvious. It's Amadeus Cho. If it's not Amadeus Cho, because they say it's somebody close to Hulk. Amadeus Cho is kind of close to Hulk. I would have wanted to, if it was me, I'd pick Rick Jones, but you know, because Rick is more closer to Amadeus Cho, but it's Amadeus Cho. It's definitely. Your next question is, Why does Doctor Strange have an axe in the new comic line? We got to find out. Could be something. It's probably a magical artifact. We don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing what's with the axe. What's with the axe now? Why is the Sorcerer Supreme carrying an axe? And go. Let's do it. Next up, would you like to see Bronze Tiger an animated series for DC? I like Bronze Tiger. I like Ben Turner. But it makes you wonder, like, where would they go with it? Like, in terms of what's the concept of Bronze Tiger, that's the main part. And he doesn't have necessarily a rogues gallery to also fit, but I wouldn't mind maybe giving him an animated feature or something like that, kind of telling his story or something like that. But I'm not sure if a series would work unless he was like guest starring or something like that. Did you like the V for John Everything? You asked me, did I like the V for Vendetta movie? If so, would you like to see him in a game? I did like the V for Vendetta movie. I did. As for a game, maybe, depending on how the game would play. So yeah. Would you like to see a God of War DMC crossover? Would God of War and a Devil May Cry crossover? Depends. You would have to have Sony and Capcom would really have to be on the same game with same idea and pitch to do it. But Devil May Cry and God of War means that Dante is going into the past, where the gods or Olympus are, things like that. So yeah. Let me see. Okay, let's see. We could keep. What time is it? It is nearly almost 12. Let's keep it going for a little bit longer. Get maybe maybe 15 more minutes out of here, and I'll get ready to wrap this bad boy up. Let's see. Okay, I got a Twitter question. Hold on, let me go back. Dark Geek, once again. Thoughts on the Vixen series, animated series? Oh man, looking forward to that. The Vixen animated series that takes place in the Arrow Flash universe. Saw the trailer, liked it. I like, once again, that Cisco is the one that named her. I can't wait. August 25th can't come any quicker. August 25th can't come any sooner for me, because yes, I cannot wait to see what they do with that. And it's going to be on CW Seed, and a lot of people have been asking, what is that? Just put in cwseed.com. It's like another CW branch, and other original series go up there and things like that. So, and they also have a YouTube channel as well. Damn it, I know there's some more questions. You see, yeah, and there we go. I know I'm getting questions. God damn it. All right. Okay, let me see. Crap, I gotta go back. Touchdown. Let me see. quick. You butt muncher. Can you please tell me how to do a live stream? Oh, well, it's really simple. What you do is, if you go to you when you're on YouTube, when you're about to upload something, hit the upload button, look down, and it'll say in the corner, it'll say live hangout. Hit that, it'll go there, and you put in the information you need, and bam, the live stream will be right on your sorry, thought I heard something. Be right on your page, and when you're done, it'll upload on your channel. And I'm still not getting it. Okay, sorry about that. So let me see real quick. Let me see. Perry King, favorite episode of Case Closed. That's a hard one. I'm not even gonna go there with that one. That's way too hard, because I mean, I could say the episode of Lupin the Third, when he and Lupin the Third crossed over. That was a great. I love that series. That movie. Good stuff right there. Let me see. Let's see what I got. Let's see. Let me see. All right. Would I please help out by hitting this? Yeah, I'll see what you do. Yeah, if I like what I like, yeah, okay, that's no problem. Good God, I love living in the city. Okay. Are you a Call of Duty player? Yeah, I play Call of Duty. Yeah, I'm a Call of Duty player. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see what else we have here. How would you do an Avatar Crow crossover? I have no freaking idea how that will work. Depends on, and when you say Avatar, so you gotta really be classifying that stuff. How would I introduce the Fantastic Four into the Marvel Universe, Marvel Cinematic Universe? I would literally introduce them after maybe somewhere in between, maybe after Infinity Wars. That's how I would do it. Have you seen Big O? Yeah, of course. Big O, Showtime. The only thing that Strange Title, I only think that the Strange Title is the artwork. I don't know about that. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of who's that? Baccio, I think, or it's one of them. Romero, no, but I'll give it a try. I'm like, do you think that in the next season of Arrow, Ollie will lighten up? Because more, from what he said at Comic-Con this year, Jay, is the fact that he said Green Arrow, the costume, and he said Starling City will be called Star City. So it's gonna lighten up. They said this season will lighten up, but also Ollie is on his path to becoming Green Arrow. So yeah. Let me see. think that's all the questions. And if so, that'll be it. Let's see. And I think that is it. All the questions, I think. Let me make sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, guys, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this up. This was always fun. I said I would hit it at 11:45. Let me make sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Still, I don't know how they would do Crow, and even with the cartoon, I still don't understand it. I still don't know if I could picture the Crow unless he's a legend. Like, it's just a myth that goes around that if you die, you come back, your spirit, And then besides that, in the Avatar world, animals are not the same animals. Like, things are this and this and that. So, but I think they could do it if it's like a legend or something like that. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching. I'm gonna wrap this up. I will see you guys next time, as always. Don't forget, if you have not submitted questions for my theme Q&A at the end of the month, which is just about video games, look on my channel, find the vid, the July Q&A announcement vid. Leave your questions there. You can leave at least 5 questions. If you can't make the live event, you make it live. And other than that, where you can find me. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, here on YouTube, Tumblr. Don't forget to go check out my fanfic channel, my fanfic pages that I write, Marvel2K14universe.com and or DC Elite. Go check that out. If you want something a little bit different, or you want spice in those 2 universes, the big 2 universes, go check it out. But other than that, guys, you take care. This is my brain kid. I'll see you guys next time.